Hello there! Welcome to the Locals Minecraft server. Specifically, welcome to my factory district on the Locals Minecraft server. I'm quite excited for this series. We got a lot of stuff planned. There's much fun to be had, many machines to build, etc., etc. Let's get to it. You may be asking, fine, what is the plan for this series? What's the goal? What's going on here? We are going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for years and years and years. Dramatic zoom, cue dramatic zoom. Dramatic zoom has been accomplished. But we are going to be entering the free market. Yep, the goal is I want to become a successful businessman in Minecraft. That is the idea. Actually, there's two goals. One is I want to set up a shop and want to make some sales, earn some diamonds from the other server members if they want to buy anything. That's totally up to them, of course. But we'll see what we can do. And the second goal is to create machines, create different things in the factory district. Which button am I pressing? I forgot which button enters third person. There we go, this button. Hello. We want to build item factories, automation, things like that. That you can kind of do in single player, but what you can't do in single player is set up shops and sell items to people. So let's go ahead and take a quick detour over to the shopping district, which actually... I'm dead. Okay. We're off to a great start. Okay. Let's take a quick detour to pick up our stuff, and I'll meet you in the shopping district. And we'll come back here to take a look at all our machines and stuff later. And build some more machines. That's the plan. Hopefully not die in the process. We'll have to see. There's many aspects that go into making a successful shop, obviously, but they say that the three most important things for making a successful shop are location, location, location. And basically it's because you want your shop to stand out, you want people to know it's there, you want them to go over there to find things to buy, that kind of thing, things that they might want. Well, unfortunately, where I built my shop, and other people have been building some quite incredible things. We'll take a look at that later in this area over here in the village. But unfortunately, it kind of, I don't know if it stands out enough. Like, it kind of is a little not obvious. Like, I don't know what you guys think. Is it like, do you think it's obvious enough that where the shop is? Like, it's, I don't know. Is questionable whether people can actually find that or not. That is the question. But I don't know. Like, how can we make it a little like it stands out a little bit more? That's the question. We'll have to see. What do you guys think about it? Does it stand out enough, or should I do something more to make it a little more clear that there's a shop over here? That's the question. But anyways. Here is our shop. You can see we have our salesperson over there, ready to make some sales. Have you made any sales lately, sir? What should we name this guy? That's the question. He's a snow golem without a pumpkin on his head. So, let me know what you guys think we should name this guy. But anyway. We have, okay, so that's the first step, is you need your shop to be slightly visible so that people know it's there. Second step, of course, is you need to actually sell something that people want to buy, and then the third step is deciding the prices. So as you can see, I've already started this. The shop needs a lot more, well, it needs a lot more stock for starters, and it also needs a lot more types of items because I have some great ideas that I think people might want to buy on the server. That is the idea. By the way, that's a really neat castle. We'll have to take a look at what people have been building a little bit later. But yeah, so for items, so here's the thing. We need a strategy. So the strategy for figuring out what items people might want to buy is basically, here's the idea. You start with what will people want a lot of that is very, very hard to get. So that's step one of the plan. So the plan is, and that's an amazing house. We're getting distracted. Okay, anyways, the plan is, okay, we have not, as a server, we have not been to the end yet. Once you go to the end, you get elytra, which is basically wings that you can use to fly around, which is very nice. However, you don't just fly around, you actually need rockets to be able to propel yourself to fly. So, rockets are very hard to get because rockets come from paper, but also gunpowder, and gunpowder unless you have a farm, it is extremely difficult to get, because if you try fighting that many creepers, they have a good chance of blowing up all your stuff, and it's very, very difficult to get, especially the fact that each rocket needs 3 gunpowder for the maximum flight duration. So, over here, this, wait, I fell. Okay, over here, this is our rockets chest. And as you can see, we're selling rockets. As you can see, we have made no sales yet, but that is understandable because nobody has gotten wings yet. So that makes sense. But the first idea was to get that. This, by the way, I'm explaining the strategy that we're going to take for this this whole series. That's the plan. So the first thing was people are going to want that. It's very hard to make. So we're going to, I'm going to make a whole bunch of rockets to sell and sell them to anybody who wants them, and that is the idea. So got that done before anybody got wings, so nobody wants it yet, but they will later. Now, to make rockets, that requires building a couple farms. I had to build a gunpowder farm, and I had to build a sugarcane farm to get lots of paper. Many stacks of paper. That is the idea. Now, since we have a sugarcane farm, might as well sell whatever else we make. So that's kind of the strategy, is find something that everybody will want to buy. And if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments anything you guys think people will want to buy. We started this, by the way, if you guys are just, like, if you're seeing the videos, this is your first introduction to the channel, welcome to you. But we started this on live streams, and I'm planning to keep the live streams going and make the occasional video whenever I'm able to do that. But Anyway, so, yes, we had a sugarcane farm. Sugarcane makes a couple of things. It makes paper, and it makes sugar, obviously. So, I decided, you know what, why not, since we already have the farm for that, why not sell those things? So, you can see we're selling sugar over there, and we're selling paper over there. And that was a bit of a miscalculation, because, I mean, we had it anyways, which is, like, good. But, when I got to the village, I happened to notice they already have a lot of sugarcane over there. That's not the only one. They have like 2 or 3 different sugarcane farms. I think there's one over there. So, yeah, so probably sugarcane products are not going to sell very well. But here's the thing. Here's where we have a bit of an advantage in the market, in the fact that what they have there is very, very manual. When you need paper, you need a lot of paper. That's the thing. That is... Okay, somehow I feel like if I stand beside this post, my head's going to end up on this post, which is not ideal. What does it say? It says, pillagers beware, this will be your fate if you attack us again. Oh, so I guess pillagers have attacked the village in the past? Very interesting indeed. Okay, so anyways, so that is that. But what we can do, having a farm, we can get very fast sugarcane. Now, unfortunately, sugarcane... our farm is not very fast right now. It took, like, probably, I don't know, I think I ran the farm for, like, 8 hours a day for, like, a week or 2 or something to get what I was able to get from it. So we need to expand the farm. That's the idea. We'll get to that later. But anyways, you can see we have sold no sugar so far, which is not actually surprising because you don't need a whole lot of sugar. But paper, this actually really surprised me. Somebody bought paper. I have no idea who did that. Who's responsible for such things? That is the question. I have no idea. But somebody has bought paper, so we've gotten 1 diamond. Now the thing is, well, we'll discuss that momentarily about prices and stuff. But the other thing, I happen to have found a. You can see this says doggy treats. I happen to have found rotten flesh. Somebody actually bought some as well, which is quite exciting. I wonder who did that. But anyway, happened to have found a zombie spawner, set up a rotten flesh farm. But the thing is, nobody wants to buy rotten flesh. Like, why would you want to buy rotten flesh, particularly? That's the question. But there's campfire in my face. Okay, that's hello. That's wait. Do bees like campfires? You learn something new every day. Oh, well then. But anyway, nobody wants rotten flesh, but everybody wants doggy treats, and you can use rotten flesh to heal your doggies if you have doggies. So that's the idea. So apparently somebody's bought some already, which is very nice indeed. So that is the idea for the products, and so we need to work based on that strategy and try to figure what will people want a lot of, and then make it. And then any farms that we have to make that stuff, then we'll sell the items from that farm. That's the idea. So the next question, of course, is what about prices? But before we get on to that, you may say, why are you in a tunnel in the nether? Okay, we have some shenanigans to do. One of the most valuable blocks in Minecraft, or most valuable materials, resources in Minecraft, most difficult to get, but most useful, is netherite. That's right, it's netherite. It's not just right, it's like a netherite, it's like another form of right, but anyway, whatever. But the thing is, okay, I am here in the nether. I happen to have found some ancient debris. I already have one netherite ingot myself. This happens to be actually very, very close, like just outside of WhatUpIan's portal over there. Now the interesting thing is that it's been here a couple of weeks. I found it a couple of weeks ago, and WhatUpIan has not seen it yet. I thought, why not give a little gift to WhatUpIan? But just simply, that's a close-up, just simply giving a chest is not very interesting. So I've got here, I have a snow golem, and we're gonna find a good spot in his base, and we're gonna make, I mean, I don't want to be too annoying, like I don't want to be annoying with this, except that you kind of, well, I mean, you don't want it to be in the way, but you kind of do want it to be in the way because you want it to be discoverable, and you want it to be silly and fun and stuff because, you know, snow golems are very silly. So, first, let's find out how many we have here. The first step to do is to make sure it's not going to fall in the lava. Ah, okay. Yep. Alright, so I mined this all out, and as you can see, there's just one here. Now, WhatUpIan and I are in a kind of a competition right now for who can have the highest death count on the server. So I'm currently at 28, as you can see in the tab list there. And he's pretty similar. So here's the thing. We're going to give him this piece of ancient debris. Netherite gear is very good. It is really, really defensible, that kind of thing. So it's going to make it harder for him to die if he actually gets netherite, so that means we're going to win the competition. There we go, that's the most mechanical laughter you've ever heard. But anyways, I'm quite excited to see what his reaction is going to be. That's the thing, on when next time he live streams on the server. The question is he going to want to use, if he has other ancient debris, is he going to want to use netherite? Because if you die, netherite doesn't burn in lava, but you can lose it all kinds of other ways. So that's the question. So I have one netherite ingot, but currently I'm not using it because it is currently in a chest in my base because I'm afraid to lose it because I only have one. So that's that. I'm quite interested, quite excited to see whether WhatUpIan decides to actually use it or not. It helps you to stop from dying, but if you do die, you can lose it. But most importantly, I'm going to win the higher death count competition. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Let's try to set this up in a way that he's going to notice it. It's not going to be too much in the way. And it's going to also be fun and get a good reaction. Hopefully that's the plan. So, okay, so here in the village, we have WhatUpIan's house. So where is WhatUpIan likely to go? Inside here, that's where his bed is. So I would assume he's likely to go right there. Down here is a nice looking room, but there's not a whole lot here except for the staircase going down to the mine. So my original idea was to put it right outside the portal, but I think that's not going to work, so I think we're going to need to put it right beside his bed. That's the thing. So hopefully this is going to be in the way. I mean, hopefully it's not going to be in the way. I mean, we want it to be in the way enough that it's going to get noticed and get a good reaction, but I don't want to be, like, you know, annoyingly in the way. I just want it to be, like, there. Okay, so let's see. We need... Oh, I totally forgot to make a chest. There's a crafting table over here. Thank you very much. So I'm going to set this up and see what I can come up with. I'll be back with you guys momentarily. Why, hello there. This, do you think this will work? This is where I wish I had glow squids, but anyway, that's so we've got, it's probably gonna read this out of order. A gift, your friendly neighborhood peculiar pine tree, and found this near your portal. Now he's probably gonna assume found this near your portal is referring to the snow golem. That's probably gonna be the first sign, red. And then he's going to be really confused. He's going to be like, what? Why is there a snow golem near my nether portal? That makes no sense. They melt in the nether, I would assume. I don't know. And so he's going to be like, what's going on? And then he's going to read this, and it says, P.S. Enjoy the free snow farm. which is actually quite neat, by the way, because you can actually just take a shovel, and they place snow beneath them. So you just, like, get snow, and you can just go like that and just get as much snow as you could possibly want. It's just an infinite snow farm. If he wants to move this whole setup, he's welcome to do that. But anyway, yeah, so we got this, and then, of course, he's going to be all confused, and then he's going to open the chest, he's going to be like, oh, there's ancient debris. That's amazing! And that we'll see. That, hopefully, we'll have to find out. Of course, the next question is, what about prices? Do you have any idea, Mr. Whatever your name is? Let me know in the comments what we should name this guy. Okay, you're just the salesperson. You don't deal with prices for things. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, here's the idea. Diamonds in the newer versions of Minecraft are one of the most difficult things to get. They're very, very rare, and part of the reason for that is because let's enter free cam mode so that we can actually fly down and see what's happening. So these caves, the stone caves, you don't actually find diamonds anymore. You don't find diamonds except very rarely at the very low levels. You have to go down into the deep slate caves. Deep slate is very, very slow to mine, and diamonds are more plentiful the lower you go. So if you get down to like this level, that kind of thing, then you're more likely to get a lot of diamonds. That's kind of the idea. And here's the thing. Is it's very slow to mine, so it's hard to find diamonds, even though they're quite plentiful. Hello, there's a oh wait, this is this is the skeleton spawner that I made for the community village thing. Anyway, back to the point. I happen to have noticed by flying around that it seems like everybody is mining in the same general area. So I don't know if that probably reduces the chances of finding diamonds. So we're gonna have to find a way. I have an idea for how to make diamonds easier to mine. For the people in the village here. But in the meantime, diamonds are extremely hard to mine, so we have to put our prices very, very low. So you can see Dougie Treats selling 1 diamond equals 4 stacks. Because you know, that just, I don't know if that's the best price, but it seemed to be a good starter price. What I'm figuring is if we here's the next bit of strategy, and you guys can let me know if you have any strategy ideas that would work or not. But the next bit of strategy for pricing is to price it low enough that then you can see if you start making a lot of sales, then you know that you can raise your prices. Now, the other thing is probably people will not want 4 stacks of rotten flesh, so it'll probably just sit in their storage system. They don't really have storage systems yet, I don't think, but maybe they actually does anybody have a proper storage system yet, or just like random chests? That's what I have no idea. Well, we'll have to take a look at what people have been working on later. Shop. Anyway, back to, did I forget to color this one? I think I might have forgot to color that sign. It looks gray, whereas that one looks more white, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, so probably whoever bought that won't be buying more for quite a while. So I don't know if that's the best price or not. Paper is one thing. 1 diamond for 4 stacks. Paper is one thing that you use a lot of when you use it. So anyways, we did that. So keeping the same prices for those things, and let's not get all in the details here too much. Rockets are actually more valuable, so I decided 2 stacks for a diamond instead of 4. We'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, enough chat. This was supposed to be like a 1-minute intro, and I feel like it's not a 1-minute intro. I feel like it's a long time. Anyways, okay, so what is on the agenda? That is the question. So anyways, that is the strategy that we're taking to start with, and we'll have to see what comes of it. The thing that I really like about this is nobody has to buy it from my shop. And I mean, even the paper products, they can make their own. But we want to make people want to buy from our shop. So that's the idea. But before we get on to adding new items and stuff, we have a problem. Let's take off our businessman's hat for a bit and put on our factory manager's hat. That's the question. I think I actually need different hats. That would be interesting. Maybe leather helmets or something. Anyways, we're getting distracted. We have a problem because the sugarcane here, this looks like a fairly big farm. If we enter free cam mode, you can see it's got like at the back and at the front and everything. But the problem with this is it takes forever, and as you can see, as you saw in the shop, we don't have enough stock in the sugar and paper chests, which is not great. And also, I want this for my own use as well, because as factory manager, I mean, partly I'm just building the factories just because it's fun, and just because I'm wanting to use the resources, and just anything that I build, I'm just figuring we're gonna sell it, and choosing to build things that are likely to sell well. But it's fun. So anyway, this is very, very slow. It may not look very slow, except for the fact that it's doing nothing at the moment. Basically, how this works, it's a very, very simple principle, but in practice, it's quite slow. So the sugarcane's there, it will grow. When the sugarcane grows, it has an average. It's kind of randomized a little bit in terms of how fast it will grow, but it kind of has an average. I believe it was about 18 minutes for one piece of sugarcane to grow, for it to grow one height level, and then another average 18 minutes for the next level. There's observers, as you can see. Observers will detect if a sugarcane grows in front of them, and if it does, then it will trigger the pistons. The pistons will chop all the sugarcane down, and that's the idea. So the trouble is it takes a long time before it can do that, and then it's too slow. That's the problem. It's too slow. So what we need to do is we need to expand this farm somehow, but it's not quite that simple. You say, but Pine, how simple, not simple could it possibly be? All you need to do is just take this design for the sugarcane farm and just like duplicate it 3 levels or 4 levels or however many levels you want, and you're good to go. It's not that simple, because iron is very hard to get. Each piston requires 1 iron ingot. It's actually not too hard to get, but it's rather annoying to get. So this is a row of 17 pistons on this side, plus another 17 on the back. And so that turns out to be a whole lot of iron. So if we were to do, like, let's say, quadruple the height of the farm, that would be an additional 102 iron to do that, which is a lot of iron. So there is a easier way to do this. I say easier, it's actually going to be more difficult, but that's besides the point. We can sell it this way. The easier way is, there is such a thing, as many of you guys probably know, called a slime block, and you can chain them together, so you can use 1 piston to push a whole row of slime blocks, which is very, very nice. So the problem is we have no slime. We have like maybe 1 or 2 slime balls, but not enough for that. So we're gonna have to start this expanding our paper and sugar stock by building a slime farm, which sounds like a brilliant idea. But the good news is that slime is fairly hard to get, so we can sell slime in the shop as well, which is very nice indeed. So that is that. So let's go ahead and start building a slime farm. However, the problem with that is that we're going to need a whole pile of resources to build this slime farm. So cue time-lapse mode. And after all that, we now have all the materials that we need, or should have all the materials that we need, to make that slime farm. Now, a question a lot of you guys may have been asking when I gave WhatUpIan that piece of ancient debris earlier, is one piece of ancient debris is useless. You need 4 pieces to actually make a netherite ingot. I happen to have discovered some more. I actually have one netherite ingot myself, which I'm not using yet, but it happened while I was digging some tunnels and walking through them. I found more ancient debris, so I gave him a few extra pieces, so he now has 4, which is enough to make an ingot, which is great. So we'll see, hopefully, I don't even know if he knows what ancient debris is, actually, because it's a rather new thing in Minecraft, but we'll see his reaction on stream hopefully soon. That is the plan. But when it comes to this farm, unfortunately, we are out of time for today's episode, so we'll be back next episode to build this slime farm. Apparently, I picked up the fire protection armor for some reason. Anyway, we'll be back next episode to build this slime farm, and then we'll be able to sell slime, and we'll also be able to go and expand our sugarcane production to actually be able to restock our shop properly, and we'll get on to making this shop profitable and actually becoming a successful businessman in Minecraft. That is the idea. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. Hopefully it was as much fun to watch. And I'll see you guys in the next episode!